Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the REC podcast, brought to you by the REC Toycast. I'm your host, Roman Chavez, and with me, as always,
Erik Icarus.
Eric.
Yeah.
First things first, I want to apologize to you and to our listeners. Papa's got a cold or something, all right? So I've got some coughs, and I really apologize. Some sniffles. I'm going to do my best to try to keep them off, but it's going to happen, guys.
Yeah.
So I'm real
But he's
sorry
toughing
about
it
that.
out. He's toughing it out for you.
Yeah, for the kids, all right? For the kids.
REC podcast is for the children.
Yeah, well, it's for everybody, hopefully.
That's what the ODB said.
Yeah, Jesus. All right, so, Eric, you have some interesting stuff to tell us.
I did, yeah.
What did you do this weekend, my friend?
I went to the Colorado Springs Comic-Con.
Nice. So
yes.
Smaller convention,
very
local.
Small. Yeah,
Okay.
Very, very small. Very, very local. All I got to say was I was very impressed by it.
Okay.
I went in there with really no expectations, to be honest with you. And
because you popped your cherry on San
the
Diego.
Yeah, for sure.
The biggest Comic-Con in the world, basically.
Definitely.
So how did this compare to that?
You're not going to be getting a lot of the big stars here.
Okay.
And maybe that's the draw for San Diego. But this one, if you're into collecting toys, comics, this is where you want to be. Because you're going to be dealing with a lot of local vendors who you get to know, and they'll be on the lookout for you specifically.
Yeah.
And that's great. It's good to see community in this. It's the Springs, and they all come together. And everyone just seems to be genuinely wants to be there.
That's cool.
And there was room to walk and room to breathe.
Oh, which is always good.
Yeah.
Which is always good. Because I feel like at San Diego Comic-Con, you're spending a lot of money.
Yeah.
Just to even be there. You're spending a ton of money.
Yes.
So you've got people who feel entitled to a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, I spent all this money. Why can't I get this thing that I want?
For sure.
Why can't I get in the line? Yeah.
I mean, yeah, definitely. And it's understandable. But here the lines are there. But it's not ridiculous.
Okay.
It's you're like, okay, I can wait 45 minutes to go sit in a Terminator panel. That's not a problem.
Yeah.
But again, there was a lot of cool stuff as far as cosplay was very cool.
Yeah.
I would say it was better than San Diego.
Is that a fact?
I'm not even joking.
Wow.
I feel like there was more effort put into this.
That's crazy because I love the effort at San Diego, but this year I did feel like there was the less. I think I even told you that when we were there.
Yeah, you were like, this is kind of weak.
Yeah, it wasn't the standard at which I was prepared for, accustomed to.
Yeah, and just to let you know, I did get a lot of footage.
Okay.
And
footage for the REC podcast fans?
That is right.
All right.
And just for those who maybe are on the fence of going to the Springs Con, this would maybe for next year.
Okay.
Wow, this is pretty awesome.
Okay.
I need to go.
I'm excited to see the footage. I could not go.
Yes, Roman. My bro couldn't go.
Yeah, which a couple friends of ours got married, and I wouldn't have missed it for the world.
For sure.
And Eric just held it down and went to the con to report back for us.
Yep.
What was your favorite thing about the con?
Just talking to all these awesome cosplayers. They gave me a lot of their time, and they looked amazing.
Nice.
And they were super nice. And just the amount of detail they put in their costumes was very cool. And the amount of rare stuff they had there. Yeah. It was very interesting to see people in Springs have the first appearance of Wolverine.
Nice.
Hulk
nice.
181.
181.
Yep. Just cool stuff like that, and being able to hold it. I know they do that in San Diego, but there was a little more free. Like, oh yeah, good man. You can walk around the block with that if you want.
Jesus.
You know what I mean? Yeah. But it was very awesome, and we'll get some footage up so you folks can see it. If you missed it, if you were there, if you saw me, because I know a couple of you did see me there, so you can see what I was up to. So it was awesome. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun.
What was your favorite piece of cosplay that you saw?
There was a company there, and they design costumes for wheelchair bound children.
Oh.
And they put together this Tyrannosaurus Zord for this child in a wheelchair, and it looked just like the Zord.
Oh, wow.
And it was phenomenal. It was spectacular.
Awesome.
And that kid looked thrilled, man.
Oh, that's good.
And I interviewed the woman.
Oh, good.
And she told me the amount of work that went into it, and she did it on her own time.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
She just volunteered her time for it.
That's awesome.
And it looked really good, dude.
And we'll be shouting out those people once we get the video edited and the stuff up on. Hopefully we'll have the video up in the next week. That'll be our plan. I haven't seen the video yet. I'm very excited to see it.
For sure. Definitely.
But overall, you had a great time?
Yeah, fun. Yeah, I went to the after party. That was fun, too.
Nice,
so, yeah,
nice.
Man. Got to hang out with some Power Rangers, and it was good, man.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
Which Power Rangers were there?
The original Red Ranger.
Okay.
Yeah, it was so loud.
Yeah.
And I'm like, who are you? Like, and then I think that one of the another one from one of the later seasons that's way past my time.
Yeah, because we only did Mighty, like our age group was Mighty Morphin for like maybe 2 seasons.
That was it.
And then it was not cool to watch Power
For
Rangers.
sure.
I remember in grade school when it was not cool to watch Power Rangers.
For sure, me too.
And I was like, oh, I guess I should be quiet about this.
Exactly. I don't
Still
like
watched. I liked it, but you know, because I like martial arts, and it was the closest thing I could get to weekly martial arts.
Definitely.
And,
Absolutely.
And it was amazing. It was amazing.
But yeah, a lot of fun. Yep, I would suggest going next year.
Okay.
For anybody who was at all curious, go.
Well, this video that we put together, I'm hoping that, like you said, it'll sell people on the local con.
Definitely.
If you guys have any local cons in your area, you know, check them out. I've been to the Colorado Springs Con before.
Yeah.
I've been to even smaller ones than that.
Really?
Yes. There's a couple comic and toy conventions in town that we'll go to this year if they're up.
Yeah.
And what's cool is that there's, for lack of a better word, there's more intimacy there.
Yes, that was the word I was looking for.
You can talk to the sellers. You can talk to the TV stars out of there. And Will Shatner was there.
Yes, he was.
I mean, that's not somebody small.
No.
When Denver Comic Con first came out, it's now Denver Pop Culture Con.
Oh, okay.
But when the first year that happened, Stan Lee was supposed to be there.
Oh, wow.
And Stan pulled out last minute.
Oh, no.
Like really last minute, and they got Shatner to come to that.
Oh.
So you know, the Shat Man will be there.
Yeah.
If you need him. If you
Boom.
need him.
Yeah, I got a pretty...
TJ and or Hooker will be there, all right?
I got a pretty cool or interesting picture of him.
Yeah. It was like you were some type of voyeur
trying
to...
I couldn't get into the panel, but I did sneak in through the side.
Good for you.
Because they thought I was with press.
So. Well, you kind of are, you know?
I guess I am.
You were pressing the matter, you know? It's all good.
I just managed to get into places I shouldn't be getting into, but...
Hey, that's all good. You didn't hurt anybody, and you didn't take anybody's spot.
No,
you know?
Of course not.
You know, everybody deserves to get into their fandom.
That's right.
And we needed to see a little bit of that fandom ourselves. So
peeking behind the curtain, literally.
I appreciate you getting there.
Yeah, man. Of course.
Your dad texted me and he was like, "Eric got some good footage." I was like, "Well, he better, or he's fired."
Oh man, that's awesome.
Well, thank you so much for reporting on that and getting in there, giving myself a glimpse into what was going on. While you were there, though, there was some big deal con going on that is really hard to get into.
Yeah.
Disney's D23 was going on.
Does this rival San Diego?
I mean, I think in terms of just effect, it's massive because Disney gets to focus on their properties, which is so many now.
Yeah.
And guys, I know if you listen to the show, you already know what's going on, and you're gonna get some of our thoughts on this one. For me, and I think for you, the biggest announcement was Marvel's Disney Plus TV shows.
Yes.
We had already known about Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yep.
WandaVision, What If animated, and what's the fourth one that they were talking? Oh, Loki. We had already known about that.
Yep.
Okay. They announced, in order of my excitement, I'm going to start at the bottom. Miss Marvel. Very excited about it, but it's not the one I'm most excited about.
For sure.
Miss Marvel with Kamala Khan. She's in the comics. She is was exposed to the Terrigenesis, the crystals from the Inhumans.
Oh, okay.
So she's basically like an Inhuman.
Okay.
And she's more of like a shape-shifting type character.
Okay.
Not like looking like people, but like making shapes with her arms, bodies, stuff like that.
Gotcha.
Excuse me. And very excited about that. You know, it hits on that multicultural level.
Sure.
And she is a fan favorite. Her first appearance, it depends on
who you ask.
On who you ask. Captain Marvel 14, Captain Marvel 17, or Marvel .1.
Okay.
She shows up in first iterations in all three of those books that come out very close to each other.
Oh my god.
So Kamala Khan, cameo first appearance in Captain Marvel 14, full first appearance in 17 as Miss Marvel in Marvel .1.
Okay.
All right.
Jeez. You're like the Matt Pinfield of comic books.
Dude, it's tough. And guys, there are people who know so much more about comics than I do. I
don't believe it.
Oh, dude, no, it's crazy. There are guys who know way more.
Yeah.
So excited about that.
Yeah.
Honestly, the comic's good. It's not great.
Yeah.
I couldn't give you her villains, but it was
when
nice.
she's in something, she's a welcome addition.
Exactly.
Those characters.
Yeah, people like having her around. She's the right age. She's no teenager.
Okay.
it was an interesting time in comics because her character came out around the time that the New 52 was happening.
Oh, okay.
And in the New 52, they had kind of reimagined the Teen Titans, and they had made Starfire very provocative. She was already a provocative character. It was like she was already in a thong, and then they gave her a G-string, and people were upset. Like you know that vocal minority, very upset at that. And then people were like, "Well, look at Marvel. Marvel introduces us a character who wears long sleeves." Who wears, because she is, you know, Middle Eastern in origin. She wears long sleeves. She wears a t-shirt and a cape, and like, you know, she's very conservative in her look. But it made sense for the character. Whereas, I mean, you see Wonder Girl, boobs popping with a tube top on Teen Titans 1, and it was just like it was very tone deaf.
Sure.
Like I think that Starfire should be should be more risque because even on her planet, like a lot of them are nude. Of course. So it makes sense there. Yes. But I mean, she was already risque, and then they just pulled the curtain back.
Oh man.
So
oh no.
So this could be a very interesting premise because. You know, you want to make everything a movie.
Sure.
But again, I can't tell you Kamala's villains.
Yeah.
Okay? So it's like, you know, this is a good way to give us that character.
Definitely.
To most likely give us, you know, these Marvel guys aren't going to give us anything less than movie quality stuff.
Right.
They're going to do the best they can, and they're going to make it, they're going to be like, oh, why is this not in theaters?
Definitely. Because, I mean, I feel like with the Netflix stuff, they were restrained by Netflix budget, basically. Now this is Disney. Disney funded.
Yes.
So like you said, we will be getting movie quality TV shows.
Exactly.
8-hour movies, basically, or however long it's going to be.
And we definitely have some more to touch on that later.
Oh, yeah.
The next show that they talked about was She-Hulk.
Yeah.
So they're just showing the banners for these things. There's no cast. There's no nothing yet.
Yeah.
But She-Hulk, hey, again.
Yeah.
But is she going to be Bruce Banner's cousin?
Yeah.
She's got to be, in my opinion.
She has to be.
I want the blood transfusion. I want that whole
That was
shebang.
the only way it's going to kind of work, I guess. Just follow the comment, and they're great about doing that.
Yes.
They're good about sticking to the source material loosely, but getting the gist of it right.
Yeah.
I mean,
is Mark Ruffalo going to be in it?
Ugh.
I hope so.
He could do a 5-minute cameo. Come on, Mark.
Yeah. I think he would. He seems to really enjoy it.
Oh, for sure.
I think he seems to be genuinely befuddled why he's famous.
Yeah, he is.
He seems very much aloof.
He's so down to earth when you watch his interviews.
Yeah.
Like, I think we could walk up to him and be like, yeah, come on, guys. And we'd probably have to tell him to stop talking. Yeah. Like, he's one of those cool dudes.
He
you know
seems
what I mean?
very genuine and
enthusiastic and just, like you said, like aloof to his stardom.
Yes.
But enthusiastic about the project. Yeah. You know what I mean? Those stars are, like, aside from Keanu.
Yeah.
I don't know a lot of them.
There's not a lot of them.
Yeah.
So She-Hulk, which will be very interesting. Yeah. I'm glad to have another strong female character. She's very promiscuous in the comics, so I wonder if they'll curb that or if they'll use that as a, you know, because
they did it with Jessica Jones.
She's a lawyer. Yes, they did do it. You're right.
So maybe they could.
She's a lawyer, so are they going to give us kind of a
Ally McBeal? Yeah,
that's literally what I was thinking. Yeah, well, she don't need no man. You know, are they going to do that type of thing, but then give us some interesting stuff? I would assume we're going to see Titania.
Sure. Oh, yeah.
So there could be some interesting stuff.
Might even get our Absorbing Man.
Be interesting. I'm down. I'm into it. Because, we
have Creel in the universe.
We do have Creel in the universe, and we have a very solid Creel in the universe from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
He is very good.
Bring him in.
Yeah, does some good looks there, and he would be perfect in that wave.
Totally, man.
But probably the one I'm most excited for.
We.
So when the Netflix stuff came out, and they were like, oh, Iron Fist, Daredevil. Iron Fist was the one I was most excited for.
You were.
Daredevil was obviously the one.
Everybody knows that.
If you listen to the show, you know Erik and Daredevil. They're homies. But Moon Knight.
Yes. Oof.
Moon Knight's another one where it's like, oh, I wish they would do this as a movie. But who are his villains?
Right.
And
his character is not a movie character because it's too complex. His character is so complex. That's why, we got those Netflix characters and it worked because we got the longer time with them.
Yes.
And this is perfect for Moon Knight. Mm-hmm. And I remember vaguely being aware of him as a child, but like, oh, I like his costume.
Yeah.
Then you actually telling me who he was, what his powers were, and I was like, I think I found my new favorite superhero. Yeah. And I'm like, they should do a movie like that. No, they couldn't do a movie on this. You were like, it had to be a TV show.
It has to be serialized, and it's going to be.
Yeah.
Again, no casting news, but I am just as excited for Moon Knight as I was for Iron Fist, and I really hope that they don't let me down like they did with Iron Fist.
Well, don't we have like a rumor who might be... Well, we're speculating, of course, about who might be playing Moon Knight.
Well, Eric was very busy at the con yesterday, so he does not know.
Okay. See,
he does not know.
See, this is the fun of the show.
Yes. Are you thinking Kit Harington?
I was.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna get to that.
Okay.
It's not Kit Harington.
Okay, let's go. Let's keep going. Yeah, we're both stoked on Moon Knight. We're gonna get that street justice.
Yeah, it seems like they're trying to put a salve on your wounds, Eric.
Oh yeah,
your
for
Daredevil
what?
wounds.
Yeah, how so?
Because Jennifer Carpenter's She-Hulk is a lawyer, so she'll give you your courtroom drama. And then Moon Knight is your street hero, so he'll give you your Daredevil street justice. And maybe watching both of those, you're gonna
make me feel better.
And you're gonna be able
to get my courtroom drama and my street justice.
Yes, and then Maddie can't handle a woman, so I think that at least for the sex appeal, She-Hulk will be able to meet that.
I think you know what I think they're gonna get me. It's already making me feel better.
Yes. So it's going to be. It's going to be very interesting.
Yeah, for sure. On board.
So there was a rumor while D23 was going on that Kit Harington is in talks for a role. Kit Harington from Game of Thrones fame. You guys know how much we love Game of Thrones, especially season 8. Kit Harington had been rumored to be a character in the MCU.
Sure.
Okay? So we all jumped to Moon Knight because
it would work.
If you can't get Keanu, you can at least get that look.
For sure.
Get that look. And at least a high-quality actor.
Yeah.
And it would have totally worked. It would have totally worked.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they announced and brought out all of the Eternals cast. And he is going to be the Black Knight in Eternals. Black Knight's obscure character.
This guy can't stop taking the black.
Yeah, he can't. Oh my God, thank you. He's so good. Can't stop taking the black. Can't stop having a sword. Some type of armor.
I know, right?
So typecast to hell. So Kit Harington will be the Black Knight in Eternals. What does the Black Knight have to do with the Eternals? Nothing that I know of.
Me either, but I'm glad they're bringing him in finally.
Like I said, they're using the Eternals like they used Guardians, where they're just gonna... Hey, this is the bones. We're gonna put new meat on these bones.
There you go. Perfect.
We're gonna put new stuff here.
Yeah,
we're gonna make it interesting for you guys. I know we keep talking about our Eternals episode, guys.
It's a lot of research.
It's a lot of research.
It's a lot,
and I want
to get it right.
I want all of the info that we can get.
Yeah.
And we're probably close to it.
Yeah.
With what
the news managed is. To go. Yeah. But it's a
lot. So that is what Kit Harington is going to be doing.
Very cool.
He will be playing the Black Knight.
Excellent.
He carries Excalibur. Traditionally he is the Black Knight from lore, or at least the lineage.
Okay.
So we'll talk about him in our Eternals episode as well.
Sounds
for
good.
Everybody.
Oh yeah, yeah, because he was an Avenger, correct?
Yes, yeah. He's a card-carrying member of the Avengers.
Okay, cool.
But just kind of a wiener character.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't hate the Black Knight, but if they never did anything Black Knight,
no
I
one
would not care.
Yeah.
So it leads me to believe that either maybe they'll have the Black Knight just be the Black Knight in the past, because I feel like we're going to see the Eternals throughout time.
Gotcha.
So maybe maybe part of the story takes place in the past.
Yeah.
So
that would be cool. Okay.
Yeah. Cool. I have to think on it. I haven't really thought on it yet.
Definitely.
But, we'll have a fan theory on what's going on. Sure.
It's gonna be great.
So on top of that, we had some very interesting Star Wars news because remember, Disney Star Wars, baby.
Oh yeah.
And you guys know how we feel about Star Wars. The movies, they're just not cracking for us. They're not that good. I really like Rogue One.
Yeah, Rogue One's great.
But for the most part, I like the Star Wars universe a lot. I don't love the Star Wars films. I really like the comics, but
and the cartoons are
excellent. They are superior.
Great. Yeah.
But they did debut a long trailer for Jon Favreau's The Mandalorian, which will actually launch with the Disney Plus streaming service, is my understanding.
Okay.
It comes out November 12th, regardless.
For sure. And I saw the trailer.
Yeah.
Looks great. I don't know what that is.
So
I really don't.
Okay, fair enough.
Lost.
So Mandalorians are the race of people that Jango and Boba come from.
Okay.
And they're supposed to be amazing bounty hunters.
Okay.
They're keeping it very mum on what the story is per se.
Right.
We do know it takes place after Return of the Jedi.
Okay.
So honestly, I think it's still going to be Boba Fett. Just I screwed up. I don't want to be on the Hutt's list, so I'm going to go out and I'm going to get revenge. Or I'm going to take bounties on the Empire and everything like that. I still think it could end up being Boba Fett, just because there's not a lot of Mandalorians left.
Okay.
And I'm going to pull back to episode 2 of Attack of the Clones, and all of the Clone warriors are based off of Jango Fett's DNA.
That's right.
If you don't remember.
I do.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So And his payment, if you remember, was to get one clone that didn't age rapidly to raise as a son, which was Boba Fett.
Gotcha.
That leads me to believe, and they even say like Mandalorians are rare, like there's not that many.
Right.
So that leads me to believe more that Boba Fett might still be this Mandalorian because there's just not a lot out there.
Right.
Their people are either, I don't know the full story on their people to be honest.
Yeah.
But they make it sound like these being a bounty hunter is tough work.
Sure.
And there's just less and less.
Like
and
a
less
dog, man.
Exactly. Jesus. R.I.P. to his wife. All right. Excuse me. So the Mandalorian is we're gonna follow this bounty hunter, their mom on the story per se, but the trailer looked amazing, right?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Looked theatrical quality.
You did. No, you ain't kidding, man. Like, how does this show capture the essence of Star Wars more than the movies did?
Dude, I gotta tell you.
Like, when you showed me, it's like, wow, boom, that's what I wanted.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted.
Yeah.
You're giving me characters. You're giving me things I recognize. I'm not saying rehash stuff.
Yeah.
But, when it comes to Star Wars, there are certain things you need to have in there.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You don't go to Pizza Hut and be like, oh, yeah, well, we're just going to have, like, crazy bread.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I need a pizza, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, and the Stormtrooper helmets were pizza.
Yeah, that was
like,
great.
Pulls
That was
me
great.
in. Boom. And it just looked amazing. And you said Favs is showrunner.
I think a couple years ago I was telling you, I think that after Jungle Book, I was like, oh, they're going to give Jon Favreau a Star Wars movie.
You did say that.
I was like, they're going to give him a Star Wars movie.
You did say that. I think you said it on the podcast.
I brought it up, but we already knew about The Mandalorian at that point.
Oh, we did?
We did.
But
We knew about
I remember you saying that like a year ago.
Yeah.
At least a year ago.
And just because Jungle Book did so well.
Yes.
And Favs is notorious for staying on time and on budget,
right,
and then giving us amazing stuff
yeah,
within those things.
For sure.
So I figured that he was going to get his own trilogy. But turns out he's going to get his own show.
Right. Which
so
I think is better.
I'm very pleased by that.
Me too.
Favs is the man.
Yeah.
A side note from D23, they induct what they call DC Legends.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Disney Legends.
Disney Legend. There we go.
And Favreau, Robert Downey Jr., and the lovely Ming-Na Wen,
yes,
have all been inducted into the kind of the DC Legend Hall of Fame, whatever
That's cool.
it is.
Yeah,
hands in the cement,
okay,
signature, and it was very beautiful.
That's awesome.
And very deserving for those people.
Yeah,
especially RDJ.
Yeah,
especially Favs.
Yeah, I'd say Favs.
No, and Ming-Na. You know what?
All of them.
Yeah,
they all pulled their weight, and they all made this thing what it is. Yeah.
Mulan, obviously Agent May in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
So it's been great. I'm glad that they all got inducted.
Oh, yeah, that's great. The Star Wars thing I think is going to be great, but I just kind of thought of something, man. Like, are there not bounty hunters not named like with an O? What is it? So there's Django.
Yeah.
And then
there's Boba. And then, so Mandalorians are.
But there's two Djangos, man.
There's only one Django.
You're forgetting Django and Chain, baby.
That's not even in this world.
Oh, but he's a bounty hunter.
He is a bounty hunter. Dude, I never put that together.
So I think he's a cameo. Yeah. That would be the twist.
There you go. Yeah, that it's Django.
They keep calling him Django, but then he takes his helmet off, and it's Jamie Foxx.
Oh my gosh, there it is. Pay this man, Disney. Pay this man, all right? Y'all want to see that version of this movie, okay?
Anyway, sorry. I had to derail this for a second.
In Saga news, though, they did unveil the poster for Rise of Skywalker.
Okay.
And apparently they showed a sizzle reel. I've not seen the footage from the sizzle reel. But spoilers?
Explain what a sizzle reel is to most people don't know.
So a sizzle reel is going to be a compilation, and normally you only see a sizzle reel with like a movie you're trying to get picked up.
You're pitching it, basically.
So it's just a quick, depending on the time, series of footage to like get somebody excited to fund your movie. You're using
pieces of other movies to get across your movie, basically.
Yes. Yeah. So they showed a sizzle reel with scenes from Rise of Skywalker.
Oh, they had that.
They
in
did,
there?
yeah.
Okay,
so
cool,
it was more of a promotional thing, but they're still calling it a sizzle reel.
Okay, cool. Okay.
And they showed stuff from Episode 9.
Oh. Okay.
The rumor is that we will get a trailer this week, an extended trailer for Rise of Skywalker. We had that teaser a few months ago. Yeah. So it sounds like we might get a full-length trailer sooner than later.
Okay.
The rumor is this week. But spoilers, guys, if you don't want to hear it, just come back in a few seconds. I'm going to try to do it quick in 3, 2, 1. Apparently there's a scene in which we see Rey in a black cloak light up a double red lightsaber. So, that could be very interesting. And I haven't seen it. That's just what I saw online.
Sure.
Total rumor at this point. But I am a Darth Maul guy through and through. I own the Star Wars FX full-length saber.
He does.
I absolutely love Darth Maul, so I would love to see a double saber.
When we were roommates, you almost attacked me with it.
That's how I do.
You jumped out of the shadows with it.
Yeah, you got it. I told you not to sneak up on me, okay? You know, I can't. I'm always on edge, especially when I got my lightsaber. All right. And so that's interesting. The poster's very provocative. It's literally shows Rey and Kylo Ren lightsaber fighting, but she has the blue one and he's got his one, and then just like a kind of in the background is like a picture of the emperor, like image of the emperor. So it's a very interesting poster. Dude. Yeah.
I think they might be getting me back.
Oh, totally. Yeah, totally. If they don't give us a decent Kylo Ren and Rey fight, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Yeah, I'll be done.
Because
like legit.
Yeah, we need legit lightsaber fights in these movies.
Yeah.
The Red Room. You haven't even watched Last Jedi, have you?
No, I didn't get around to it.
Yeah, so you have to watch it before.
Yeah.
But there's a cool fight scene in the Red Room, which is
I have
excellent.
seen that.
Okay, yes.
I have YouTubed that. Yes.
Totally cool
Very
fight
cool.
scene, but still not enough.
No.
Give me lightsaber fights.
Yeah.
The whole movie could be lightsaber fights.
Yeah,
and I'll be
everyone
happy.
would lose it.
Yeah. Like, you guys went through the trouble of developing a fighting style for the lightsaber fights, and you guys just don't use it very often.
Exactly.
I don't know.
It's frustrating, to say the least, and it seems like with the addition of bringing Babs into this universe, doing this awesome show, and what you're just saying about this poster, I feel like they might be bringing it back to what this was, man. Good versus evil.
I'm hoping.
You know,
I'm hoping.
light versus dark. Like, it's gonna be.
I'm going to say, you almost just said white versus black.
Did I really say that?
You were like, light versus...
Oh my God, see, I slipped.
He slipped.
I didn't want to start a race war on the podcast.
Yeah, and it's happening right now. Glove down, Eric. Jesus. I'm sorry to call you out. That was
I just subconsciously did it, too.
Yeah, that is too funny for me. It's too funny for me. And I needed you to feel that. I needed you to feel that awkwardness, okay?
Normally I don't get awkward about this, but we got to keep this family friendly.
Yeah, for sure. And let me be clear, Eric is not racist.
No, of course not.
But I'm going to look into it, guys. Don't you worry. You may get some solo pods coming up, okay? But I'm excited. I'm getting more and more excited for Rise of Skywalker. And those of you who are huge Star Wars fans, friend of the show, Andy Mitchell, we argue about it all the time. I love the Star Wars mythos, but he's like, oh, the only thing I want to watch on Disney Plus is Mandalorian. It's like, shut your mouth. Right? You shut your mouth, Andy.
Andy's not even here to defend himself.
I know. Yeah, you hear this and you shut your mouth, Andy. But, not to be outdone.
Yes.
The most exciting thing that was confirmed at D23 for me.
Yeah.
Kenobi, a Star Wars story.
Yes.
Starring Ewan McGregor is coming back. He was at the con. He came out on stage with Kathleen Kennedy, who's the head of Lucasfilm over there.
Okay.
She heads up all the Star Wars stuff.
So she's the one we have to blame for a lot of this.
We do.
Okay.
We do. It sounds like she is the person to blame for a lot of things. She's the one who fired Lord Miller off of the Solo Star Wars movie, like weeks before shooting was done.
Wow.
And then she brought in, Happy Days, what's his name? Ron Howard. She brought in Ron Howard to reshoot and finish and all of that stuff. So Lord and Miller get fired off of this. They were they did the Lego movie, and then guess what they leave and do?
What?
Oh, you don't know, and I love it.
I don't.
So they get fired from Star Wars, and then they go ahead and make Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh!
And win an Oscar. Like, let that sink in if you didn't know that, kids. So, she canceled the Boba Fett movies. She also is apparently a lot of the things that are right with the Star Wars universe, but I'm quite upset about not getting their version of Solo, which was actually better than what people thought.
Yeah, it wasn't that. It wasn't that.
But Kenobi.
Yes.
Dude, it's supposed to take place after episode 6, so it's going to kind of be, Kwai Chang Caine in the desert, we're going to follow Kenobi. And there was an excellent Marvel Star Wars comic that came out, issue 6 or 7, I believe, when they rebooted with The Force Awakens. And the comic series kind of was going during the original trilogy.
Yeah.
And there's an excellent one-off issue, and it's either 6 or 7, I'm pretty sure it's issue 7, that's all Ben Kenobi. And we see him defending Luke as a kid.
What?
We see him like he's out in the desert and like the like stormtroopers are coming to like question people about stuff, and he's like making them go away. He's killing people that find out that the son of Skywalker is there, and it's just one issue, and it's the best issue of the series. We're in the 60s and 70s of this book.
So it's like
it's just okay. Yeah, there's cool stuff in there because you have Vader doing the things that make Vader cool.
Those things you want to see in the movies.
Yeah,
that we got for 2 minutes in Rogue One.
Yeah, like there's an Luke and Han take over an AT-AT, and they're trying to crush him with it, and he just like stops the foot. And just rips the thing up. Dude, it's what you want Jedi to do and Sith to do.
It makes me upset.
So honestly, if the entire Kenobi show is based off that one issue, I will be so excited.
Yeah, me too.
Because it's fantastic. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
And there's even some great stuff in Clone Wars, the animated show, where you see Darth Maul come for the child of Skywalker. He finds him, and as he's walking towards the Uncle Owen's like place,
his shanty.
Yeah, Ben lights up, and they have an older Darth Maul and an older Ben have their final fight. Dude, I'm not joking. Tears down my face. It was short. It wasn't a good fight, but the impact, the meaning of it was amazing.
What happened?
So he's like, he's trying to get to there because he feels the disturbance in the Force.
Totally.
So it's kind of implied that like Ben is distorting the Force,
which would make sense.
Which would make sense why they couldn't find him.
Exactly.
And so they go to light up. He pulls out his lightsaber. Darth Maul has his metal legs.
Right.
And it's like I said, it's not like a crazy awesome fight. They rush at each other. Ben takes like 2 swipes at him, and you just see Darth Maul kind of fall over. Kenobi catches him, and he's like, "Just tell me, there's a child of the prophecy here." And he says he is. And then he dies.
Oh!
And dude, it's so good. And it's just like they weren't old enemies. They were almost like old friends.
Right.
And
it was just, you had to do your duty.
Yes.
And basically comforting not your enemy, but I mean, I guess they're enemies, but showing respect for your enemy.
Showing respect for your wounded on the battlefield.
There you go. Right.
Because when Darth Maul survives their encounter in Phantom Menace, he's very much against Darth Vader. He's like, he tries to take a seat back in the universe, and the Emperor's like, yeah, totally, if you can beat Darth Vader. And they do not. Him and his brother try to. His brother Sauvage Opress is his name. They do not fare well against the Emperor and Darth Vader. Yeah. But that. I'm sorry, guys. I digress. I'll have to come back to that. So I'm. What they get from Clone Wars and what they get from that single issue. If they built an entire story around that, gosh,
it'd be great. It'd be amazing.
Because I bet you, and I know, Kenobi finds somebody that he loves.
Yeah, of course.
Hey man, the Jedi Order's done.
Yeah.
You gotta do you, bro.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you can't be out there in the desert looking at kids all the time. Come on now. And sand people? What the hell is going on here, Obi-Wan deserves something. He deserves something,
Yeah.
So I can see the love interest being written in.
Yeah, definitely.
Obviously dying.
Of course.
But it could be very interesting. I'm more excited for that than anything else that's going on in the Star Wars universe.
Okay, I was going to say Disney streaming. I'm like,
no. Yeah, it's the Star Wars thing I'm most excited for.
Yeah.
And Mandalorian looked great.
Yeah.
So,
Mandalorian. I almost said Metachlorians.
Yeah, you can see why that's confusing for people.
What is that?
The Metachlorians.
Am I in the right universe?
Yes. The
Okay.
Metachlorians are the apparently what allows you to connect to the Force.
Okay. I thought that was that thing from Scientology.
Yeah.
Or no, that's Satan's.
It may as well be. Yeah. He goes through all the trouble of trying to explain in episode 1 and then never touches on it again. Dude,
maybe we shouldn't talk about it. We're gonna get
if you watch Phantom Menace again. Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon, they like super speed off screen in one scene.
Yeah.
And then they never do anything like that again. It's so bizarre. It happens like in the first like 15 minutes.
You're right.
Yeah, remember when they're on the Trade Federation ship? Yeah, they like super speed someplace.
Yeah.
And then they like never do it again.
And that would come in handy.
Totally, especially if you're Qui-Gon and you're about to get stabbed through your chest
or you're
by Darth
chasing
Maul.
Darth Maul and you didn't have to stop through those laser doors.
Yeah, you guys can't super speed through those laser doors? Like, come on now. And does everything have to have a laser version of itself?
Yes.
Yeah, all right. Laser swords are amazing.
They're pretty awesome.
Let's be real.
You don't stop at swords either.
No. So that was, that's all for me, the significant things that came out of D23.
Yeah.
I'm very excited.
Me too.
I'm very
excited. I was stoked anyway, but now I'm officially like, okay, they're gonna give me what I want.
I think they're gonna give us what we want in Star Wars in episodic forms.
There you go.
Which I'm fine with.
Me too.
I'm very fine with.
I'd rather do that. Yeah. I feel like they're telling too much story. They don't have enough time to do it.
Yes, they're trying to jam a series into 1, 2, 3 films.
For sure.
And it's just not doing it.
It's not going to work.
It's just not doing it.
So I think this is a way to, in a way, maybe fix some mistakes in the movies.
Yeah.
And, Star Wars fans are ravenous, man.
Yes,
so
they are.
You give them a restart, and you start at these TV shows and build to an awesome movie.
I know diehard Star Wars fans, though, that are out on the series.
Wow.
They are not watching the new films. I mean, I know one of the biggest collectors in the country. This guy, you can't turn in his house without hitting something Star Wars. His whole house is Star Wars stuff you've only heard whispers and rumors about.
This guy?
Oh yeah. I'm surprised he let me in his house.
Oh my god.
Like, amazing security system and all this stuff, and he's just got some of the he's bought stuff from George Lucas.
What?
Yes.
Has he been to Skywalker Ranch?
I don't think he's actually been to Skywalker Ranch.
That'd be killer. That is crazy though. But he's out.
Yeah, he hates these movies. He hates them. Man. Told him, I was like, dude, just watch Rogue One. Rogue One's great.
He's like, nah, bro.
He's not feeling it. He's not feeling it.
Dude. But a lot of, again, I say this a lot because I mean it. This is a time to be alive, kids.
Oh gosh. Yeah, you know what? Give me the worst Star Wars movies as opposed to no Star Wars movies.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. I just want it, but I just wish they were better.
Yeah.
Just because we are getting such quality at Marvel Studios that it would make sense that Lucasfilm could do at least the same.
It's a bummer that we do have DC and Lucasfilms that are fledgling.
Yeah.
And then we have Marvel that's thriving. Yeah. And it's a bummer because I'm not one of those Marvel guys that wants to see DC not succeed. Yeah. I want them to go, man, because they have so many cool stories.
I want them to push it because when they push it, then Marvel's got to push it.
Yeah.
And the people that benefit are you and I.
You're dang right. Man.
Competition breeds success.
There you go, man.
And
creativity, and that's what we want, kids. So I'm all in, man.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
stoked.
It was a good weekend. I'm glad you got to go to that con. Yeah. I'm glad you got to enjoy yourself and report back on some interesting stuff.
Yep.
Like
Didn't
you said,
feel like work.
Good.
I put it that way. Did not feel like work, man.
That's
awesome.
That's the whole point of this. It's the whole point of this podcast.
Yeah.
To do this.
We want to make your Monday feel like a Saturday, kids. That's all I want. That's all we want to do.
There you go.
That's all we want to do.
I think on that note, that is our show.
Yes.
Guys, I appreciate you bearing with me. I'm losing my voice at this point. Sorry for the coughs. If you like what we're doing, please hit that subscribe button. Give us a like.
Yep.
Shoot us a DM. We have actually changed our Instagram to @REC Podcast. We are switching gears a little bit.
Yep.
We're really enjoying the feedback that we're getting from some of you who have commented, who have messaged us, who have come up to Erik at the con saying they listened to the show.
Yes.
Thank you guys so much for just participating with us.
Coming with us.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
We want you guys to listen to this show, take it with you while you're cleaning your house, driving your kids to work, your school, whatever it is. Yeah. We just want you to be a part of what we're doing.
For sure.
And we want to be a part of what you're doing.
Yeah, definitely.
So again, if you like what we're doing, subscribe, like, comment. Check us out on Stitcher, Google Play, iTunes, Castbox, YouTube.
Check out our new awesome toy reviews.
We are doing our REC Toycast.
Yes.
We are up to 4 toy reviews, guys, and we're going to keep them coming.
Yeah, dang right.
We're getting them as we're going. Shout out to Heroes and Dragons in Colorado Springs for giving us the hookup on our latest toys to review. We are reviewing Marvel Legends Wendigo Build-A-Figure series.
Yep.
So please go out and check out those videos. We're going to have a few more this week with that Build-A-Figure.
Yep.
Erik, what did you learn on today's show today?
What I learned was I think you enjoy when I don't know something. You looked at me like Kevin Spacey in Seven, like at the end, he's like, oh, he didn't know.
Oh, man.
He gave me that look. I was like,
oh. The box and it wasn't a severed head. It was knowledge, baby. Knowledge in the box.
For my head, baby.
There you go. I learned that Erik can go out into the wild on his own. That I don't have to chaperone him.
Like in the old days?
Yeah, like in the old days, One of these days you'll get some Erik stories, guys. Because everybody has an Erik story. Guys, thank you so much for listening. I have been your host, Roman Chavez.
Still Erik Icarus.
And we will catch you next time.